So this video is a little bit difficult to make because there are so many great mobile games. But today I'm gonna try and narrow this down to 10 of what I feel are the best mobile games. Some of these are brand new, others have been around for a really long time. But in my opinion, these are 10 must-play mobile games. I've played, enjoyed, and loved every single one of these. So let's see if you agree with my list. First on today's list is Dead by Daylight, a game that originated on PC and console and made its way over to a mobile rendition of the game. In this 4v1 survival action horror game, you're gonna try to escape the demons, the evil, the ones that are trying to take you down. You need to work together with your teammates to open up the traps and escape from the realm that you're stuck within. It takes teamwork. It's a ton of fun to play together with friends, and it's something that is extremely spooky and creepy and is totally gonna give you your jump scares. Make sure that you try this one out if you're looking for a horror game that is a ton of fun to play with friends. Coming in at number 2, we have Marvel Snap, which is one of the most popular and most played card battler games on mobile right now. In addition to being on mobile, you also have a PC rendition of this game, which is very nice for people that are looking to play at their PC. The game is probably the best looking of all card battlers, especially for people that are fans of the whole Marvel universe. I'm particularly not the biggest card fan, but being that I'm trying to share with you a ton of different genres of games here today, this one had to be on the list as the #1 card battler strategy game. Now maybe you're not into card battlers, but instead platformer style battle games. Brawlhalla is probably the best game out on PC or on mobile to do this. Some would argue that Super Smash Bros. Is better. I would say that if you love Nintendo, of course, but this is great for mobile players and people who play on Steam. You have a ton of different characters that you can play as, all of which have different attacks, different abilities, and different combat styles. You're guaranteed to find a character that fits your playstyle that you could really fall in love with. If you're into competitive, esports, just fun battlers that's great to play with friends or even play solo, this is a great game for you, and again, mobile and PC ready. Now, MOBAs aren't the biggest genre on mobile, but when you think about MOBAs, and knowing that I wanted to add at least one to today's list, Mobile Legends Bang Bang had to be the #1 out. There are a bunch that can compete, but this one has the biggest following, has been around the longest, and has the most stability in my opinion. In addition to that, it's into esports as well, which is incredible. So if you're looking for that lane style combat battler called a MOBA, this is the one that I would suggest if I could only choose one of them. I love that there's so many different heroes that we can choose from in our gameplay, and I love that the game has such a massive community of players that have been playing it for years. Now, there are a bunch of fighting games on mobile, but I only wanted to choose one, and Skullgirls was the one that took my favorite spot. This is an anime-style fighting battler game with an amazing control scheme, awesome graphics, and just completely fun combat and gameplay that's just really easy to dive into, battle, and want to come back for more. Competing with games like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter are not easy, but when we're talking about mobile exclusively, Skullgirls does it best. Did I mention that I love how the game looks? The graphics are just different than any other, and anyone that loves anime really is gonna like the style inside of this one. 2 of the games on today's list, I actually have a YouTube channel for, in addition to this YouTube channel. Can you guess which ones they are? And I can't mention anime without mentioning Genshin Impact, one of the most popular games of all time on mobile and on PC. This game is thriving to this day with a massive player base, updates that are continuously happening to the game. The game makes a ton of money, so we know it's gonna be supported. And if you like MMO style single player experiences with amazing graphics, then there's just no better option than Genshin Impact. I actually recently started playing it again and really did enjoy my experience coming around and playing it for the second time around. You get to play as a ton of different characters that you could swap between, upgrade them, figure out how to combat with them, and just take your way through further and further this massive campaign. Now, you need to play an arena shooter because you need a shooter game in your arsenal. And you like to play in the arena because you like 5v5 combat. T3 Arena is the best arena battler, in my opinion, out on the market. Now, of course, this has a similar style as something like Brawlhalla, but at the same time, it is very, very different. Here, you're playing something more like an Overwatch style game, with utilizing heroes with different abilities, support heroes, attack heroes, ones that have all different purposes throughout the game that you can master, upgrade, and really figure out how to use with your team so that you could be successful. This game is so much fun. It's really competitive. The graphics are insane, and there's so many different heroes that you could choose from. It's a must play if you're into arena shooters. And I know that you knew that Clash of Clans was going to be on this list. Whether you're playing it as a simple battler style game where you build a base and learn how to attack other bases, or if you play to the extent of being a competitive gamer that's on the esports scene, Clash of Clans has you covered. This game's been around for over 10 years and has evolved over all that time with so many new things inside of the game from when it first launched years ago. I personally love the casual element of the game so you can kind of just take it and have fun, upgrade your stuff, participate in war, and just have a good time. But I also do love that if you want to take it to the next level, the ability is there for you with million-dollar prize pools yearly in the esports scene just for this game alone, which is insane. In my opinion, there is probably no better strategy game out there than Clash of Clans. Next up, we have Raid Shadow Legends, and this game is the one that needs to stand out if you're talking about turn-based strategy games. It's the behemoth in the space with some of the largest player base, the most reliable people that have been playing the game for years. The game is going nowhere, and there are so many different champions that you can unlock, all with different skills and abilities, and let me tell you, they look incredible. The graphics in the game are great, both on PC and on mobile. Little tip for you guys here, I'm debating starting another YouTube channel just for Raid Shadow Legends, and I'm gonna call it either Echo Raid Shadow Legends or Echo Gaming Raid. Go take a look and look in the description below. I'll leave you a link if I started the channel. I'd love it if you guys watched. And out of all the bullet hell survival style games out there, I chose Brotato as my favorite. Not only because I love it, but because my kids do as well. Inside of this one, you're gonna be unlocking different weapons as you progress through the game, which in all honesty is no different than other games from this same genre, but this one just feels more fun. It's super exciting, super fast, and the weapons are big. I absolutely love it, and it's available on PC and mobile. And if we're talking straight up shooters, it has to be Call of Duty Mobile for me. Amongst all the shooters in this space, this one is my favorite. I love that there's so many different gameplay styles. You have zombies, battle royale, and all the classic gameplay styles as well. Plus, we could reminisce and play on some maps that we've played on in the past on console as well. Call of Duty's been one of my favorite games of all time, and being able to play on mobile is just extremely satisfying, fun, and I think the game does itself really well on mobile also. It doesn't feel out of place. It feels good. It feels perfect. That's why it's my favorite shooter on mobile. And the last game I want to share with you guys is Diablo Immortal. And yes, I do have another YouTube channel called Echo Gaming Diablo. This is, in my opinion, the best action RPG available on mobile. And say what you will about the pay-to-win elements inside of the game, it is still an incredible one to play. With 7 different classes that you could choose from, PvE and PvP. The game really has something for everyone. You could totally play this for free and have a fantastic time, or you could spend ducats and try and be the best in the world. That's completely up to you. But the game is amazing for the genre. Nothing even comes close. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on tomorrow's top 10 list.